When you want only the best for your pet, check out AbbybellPetDesigns.com. We offer quality products such as floppy beds, crate pads, round pet beds, pillow slip covers, belly bands, and more. All products come in a variety of colors and sizes, guaranteed to satisfy your pet's particular style. Your pet deserves to be pampered, so shop at AbbybellPetDesigns.com. If you don't see the item you want listed in our shop, just drop us a line and we'll be glad to make the product of your pet's dreams. AbbybellPetDesigns.com. Good morning, everybody. Come in for a little sanity today. Welcome, everybody. How are you doing? Hey, Chessie, good to see you. Hey, Amy, how are you? Wayne, good to see you. Noel, Brandon, I'm first. Yay! Junior, yay! Hey, Drew, hey, Big Al. Hey, Sweet Peach. Hey, Lynn, how are you? Come in for some sanity. Come in for some sanity. Hey, Drew. Good morning, good morning. Cracking the sidewalk. Kim, is that right? Did I get that right this morning? Morning, your hair has been looking nice. Well, thank you, Chessie. Hey, Carmen. Hey, Angels. Good morning, everyone. God bless America. Absolutely. Hey, Kat. Good morning. So as you're coming in, I'm just going to read just a verse or two. Cully, good to see you. And then we'll get started. In you, O Lord, I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in your righteousness. Bow down your ear to me. Deliver me speedily. Be my rock of refuge, a fortress of defense to save me. For you are my rock and my fortress. Therefore, for your name's sake, lead me and guide me. Pull me out of the net which they have secretly laid for me. For you are my strength. Into your hand I commit my spirit. You have redeemed me, O Lord, God of truth. Amen. Hey, Angeline, good morning. So, just a reminder, don't forget that today at 1 o'clock Eastern is God's Views on Political News. Good morning, Lori, and that will be on the God's Views on Political News page on Facebook. It's a live show. First time in my life I have to say I'm upset with Trump's lack of balls to Putin. I don't think he had any lack of balls. That's a kind of a little myth. In Putin we trust. No, in God we trust. Good morning. I still love my president. Absolutely. Hey, Dixie Doodles, good morning. Hey, Tim, good morning. Sanity, please. I know. Come here to get your sanity. Hey, Jerry, good morning. Marlene, hello. And again, as I was saying, God's Views on Political News can be found on the God's Views on Political News page on Facebook. If you like my article, thank you, Chessie. Oh, my dog is getting into everything. God bless our... Yeah, okay, you need to go. You're in the wrong scope. MSM is melting down, absolutely. Hey, Jill, good to see you. Yesterday was just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Obama's reading off the teleprompter. Well, that's because he forgot how to speak when he was in Kenya. I forgot the language. Good morning, Teresa. Cracking the sidewalk. Kim, is that your name? Just want to make sure. Gosh, I keep forgetting. I wanted to write it down. Barry Obama destroyed America. Good riddance. Yes. You know, and what's interesting, yesterday, I want to know how you felt about yesterday. Good one. You can't insult a leader while negotiating. You know, Catherine, that's the thing. You know, yesterday, here's what I heard. I heard President Trump, who is a president. Hey, Ann, good morning. Kim, it is great. Cool. Democrats calling for a overthrow of our government. I think that's treason. I could be wrong. That's treason, Cully. But what happened yesterday was I heard President Trump, basically a man who is under the principles of the United States Constitution, a man who knows that there is pending litigation under the Mueller investigation regarding interference with the election. Hey, Lee, good morning. As far as the 12 people that were indicted, the Russians. Okay. Now, under the principles of the United States Constitution, a person or persons is presumed innocent until found guilty. otherwise they are innocent. That's our Constitution. Like it or not, Democrats, that's our Constitution. If the president yesterday had said, yep, they're guilty, you would have had the left, hey, Marilyn, coming out and saying, oh my gosh, a president of the United States made a comment on an open investigation. He shouldn't have done that. That would have been what was said. That would have been the headlines. Instead, the headlines were, oh my gosh, he bowed down to Putin. No, he didn't. It's called diplomacy. And let me give you a clue, Democrats. You don't have to bend over to get diplomacy. That's what Obama did. I felt MSM, instead of supporting our president and nation, kept attacking and trying to tear it down. Jerry, of course, that's exactly what they did all day long, and so did the rhinos. Everything he was given was proven right. Wasn't that stuff proven? Lori said. But he should have questioned Putin on camera, then we'd have done. I still love him though. Why should he question Putin on camera? They talked for 2 hours in a private conversation. Thank you, Marilyn. In a private conversation, you don't know what was said, but what we do know is that Putin came out and basically said, yeah, we talked about all of that. Was Dan Coates mistaken about the Russians? Bob, let me just tell you something. The Russians and every other country you could probably name, a bigger country, has been meddling in our elections for years. Trump did not embarrass America. Go get a cup of coffee or a Snickers bar. You'll feel better, Mark. What he did do yesterday was he, like I said, he was being diplomatic. He didn't say anything about our intel community that was negative. He said, in so many words, I think this is, I can't get the exact words, can't remember them, but he said, while I have much respect for our intel community, Putin over here is saying it's not true. He said both sides. Jesse said, Susan speaking truth, put her on MSM. He gave both sides, and that's it. If you were an attorney, he would have been, oh my gosh, he would have been praised for arguing both sides of the argument. Thinner-skinned idiots, Mark said. And so, hey, Troy, good to see you. Hey, Thomas, good to see you. Are you laughing? But anyway, he was just putting the facts on the table. That's it. And again, there is an open investigation. Who knew the Russian thing was done? And his frustration about the government got to him. No, you've been listening, Chris, to CMS. I think you listened to DML this morning. Hey, Teresa. No, his frustrations didn't get to him. All he did was merely say, I believe, I have faith in our intel community. Wasn't an insult to the intel community. I have faith in them. And Putin says this. And there's an open investigation. We're going to, that's where it should have been left. And that's what he did. Mark was rude. Well, yeah. Mark probably should watch his language. Okay, Mark, you got to go, babe. All right, Mark was rude. Yeah, Mark's gone. Mark had to leave. So anyway, not happy with DML. No, Cully DML has done that a couple of times regarding Trump. He likes him to a certain point, and then he drops him. My thing is, and I've been called, since defending the president yesterday, I have been called everything from a traitor, in other words, I won't even tell you what they were, and everything else. And I've been told, you can't just blindly follow Trump. I don't blindly follow anything. I listen to what I hear with my own ears, and I didn't hear anything that disparaged America. Now, these same liberals, hey, good morning, Nikolai, we all meddle in each other's politics. Nobody mentioned yesterday about Obama meddling in Israel's politics, trying his darndest not to allow Netanyahu to be reelected. Not only that, but Clinton, through his presidency, did the same thing. Yep, poof, another one bites the dust, Wayne. Don't got time for no language in here and for people being rude to one another. Don't have time for that. So anyway, we didn't mention any of that. Obama has moved back to Africa. No, he hasn't. He's just there for a little visit. He's not going to go back to Africa. Why would you go back to Africa when you can live like a king here? We all heard what Trump said, and then MSM gave their sick narrative. Yeah, and people like Brennan and Comey coming out and talking about treason. Are you kidding me? That what the pot, hello kettle, you're black type stuff is? I mean, that's ridiculous. Forever getting abused for my Republican views, even from friends, it's bad. I know, Lee, it never stops. It never, ever stops. It just keeps going. I hear liberals throw USA under the bus daily. Yeah, they do. MSM not talking about the $400 million to Hillary. Of course not. They didn't talk. Here's what they didn't talk about yesterday. I put it in my article at SusanKnowles.com. Here are some things that weren't mentioned because they appear to be very treasonous. Number one, Obama and Hillary selling 20% of uranium of the United States to Russia. Obama's nuclear agreement with Iran destabilizing the Middle East worse than any president I've ever seen. Cohen calling for a military coup. Cohen's a little cuckoo. Obama's statement to then President of Russia telling him that I'll have more flexibility after the election. Obama's ineptness in Syria that opened the door for allowing Iran to come in and trying to put up establishing military bases. And leaving it to Israel to have to contend with. Obama's interference with Israel again in the re-election. I stand by my president as I did with Nixon, Ford, Carter, Bush, Obama, and Trump, Patrick said. Obama took missiles out of Poland because Putin asked him. 400 million funneled through Browder to Hillary. Yeah, and see, that was, who called him out on that? Putin called him out on that. Here's what happened yesterday. Nothing. Nothing was given to Russia. Russia didn't look better than anybody else. It was a meeting. That's all it was. And it was a meeting, as Rand Paul kind of describes it, hopefully, so that we can do some things together. Now, what is it that we wanted to do together? Let me find exactly what Rand Paul said so I won't be misstating what he said. And by the way, Rand Paul was about the only one who defended the president. Nikolai said when Obama was president and Romney said that Russia was a threat, everyone mocked him. And Obama did more for Russia with the uranium deal and the Iran-Russia deal, and no one even batted an eye, Nikolai said. Correct, Nikolai. When Trump came into power, then all of a sudden Russia was a threat. Exactly. Rand Paul said he's going to Russia next month to continue what Trump started. He hopes it leads to working with Russia to stop the civil war in Syria. Again, Obama opened the door and allowed Russia in. Yes, Hannity supported Trump, Lynn said. Don't forget Obama's faint red lines. Yeah, that kept moving all the time, Brandon. They also hope, Rand Paul said, to denuclearize North Korea and get the Russian military out of the Ukraine. So what we saw yesterday was an attempt to open some type of channels between us and Russia. Nobody's ever heard, I guess, of keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That's, if Russia is an enemy, and I'm not saying that Russia is not a country to be trusted, okay? And I don't think President Trump sat there yesterday and thought, oh my gosh, everything's way okay with Russia. It's okay to criticize Trump yesterday. No, yesterday was not a mistake. Sorry, it just was not, Danny. Hey, Robert, how are you? Thanks for the flowers. It was just a way for us yesterday to go in there and try to open up a dialogue. And as I was saying, do I trust Russia? No, I don't trust Russia. I don't trust Putin as its leader. I really don't. I don't know about the Russian people, but as a country, no, I don't trust them. I wouldn't turn my back on them. No, America was first. Did those little immigrant kids find their responsible mothers? Bob, if you're talking about were they reunited, yes. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Exactly. But that being said, I don't trust North Korea either. And I don't think President Trump trusts either one. And if people had been listening, they would have heard the president say, or heard Putin say, President Trump and I don't trust each other. That's what he said. He said, we don't trust each other because you know why? They don't. But it doesn't mean they can't do some work together. some work, not a lot of work probably, but have a little bit more of an open dialogue. They talk on the phone as it is. Trump cannot separate meddling and collusion. Sad state we have arrived at. Nope, nope. Sorry, Steve, you're wrong about that. There's no collusion. There never has been. It's NCAA. We should never. Oops, Doug, she has something. We should never trust. Hold on one second. Nope, nope, nope. Come here. Take this instead. Sorry, the dog, Gracie, getting into everything. We should never trust Russia ever. And I don't think that we do. I think that, yeah, Gracie, I know. I think, again, we're just opening up a dialogue. Why can't you guys ever criticize Trump? It's scary. You know, why can't you, people like you, Danny, why can't you do anything but criticize Trump? So the question goes both ways. All you can do is look for things to criticize him on. You can't look for anything you can't hear, you can't see anything that might be something that he did well. Exactly, there's no collusion, but there was meddling. Steve, there's always meddling. Even Obama knew there was meddling by the Russians, or so he thought, and he did nothing about it. So what's your point? We need to work together. The left want a war. Yes, they do, Jill, they do. Gracie moment, yes, Lee. Real world dog problems, yes. Trust but verified, right? And block me, right? Don't like my opinion. I don't have to like your opinion, Danny, and I can block you if I want to. You know why, Danny? Because it's my scope. If you have a scope, you can block me. I won't feel worried about that, concerned about it, or I won't care. When the DNC shows the service, then we can talk about collusion. Carmen said, Gracie, stop that. I don't know what people wanted. Trump could not stand there and rip Putin to shreds. Julia, that's what they wanted. They wanted him to go out there and basically annihilate Putin in the public eye, in the global eye. Now, these same people recently said he's too strong on Kim Jong-un. Oh, he's a bully. Listen to him. He's way too aggressive. These are the same people who are now saying, oh my gosh, he wasn't strong enough. He made America look weak. I'm sorry, where were you in 8 years when America looked weak, when President Obama was bending over every time he could and apologizing for America? I think Trump could have picked a better attorney general. Yep, that's a criticism. Exactly. Yeah, the Democrats meddled their butts off. Who is Danny? You. EGOR Danny, whatever your name is. USA is us versus socialists now. Yep. Breaking Putin reveals Brennan Russian spy. Of course. He could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue. Doesn't matter. Okay. Bye, Danny. Hi, Pam. How are you? Don't listen to MSM. Turn it off. Walk away. Basically, the Democrats are ticked off that Trump didn't start a war with Putin. That's right. They would have set back diplomacy. He wants to prevent more conflict. And see, Julia, you got a point there. Hey, Robin, good morning. They do want conflict. They want a war. The left absolutely wants chaos, and that's what they're hoping for. Whatever President Trump said or did, he would be wrong in the eyes of the left. Absolutely. Good morning, Kim. Good to see you. Thank you, Marilyn. Like the United States hasn't meddled, Obama interfered in France's election. Marlene, he interfered in Israel's elections too. I want to argue with Chinese president, but I know better. Angel said, but Obama's broken record. Oh, yeah. I could see Danny, who I already blocked. He doesn't want me to talk about Obama because that would be bringing out truth he doesn't want to hear. But he can criticize us for defending Trump. Could not believe that Putin was asked if he had dirt on Trump. I know, that's sad, Patrick. Brendan said, adios, muchacho. The economy is strong, unemployment's down, America's safe, Trump is better than Barack Obama. Yes, Junior. Love you, Botox. Hello. Why is there always a but Obama did? Because, Steve, you have to bring out, if you want to bring, it's like what President Trump was trying to do yesterday. If you want to have a complete and thorough investigation or anything else, you got to lay all the facts out there on the table. Because your MSM and you, Steve, didn't do anything to bring these facts out when Obama was president, when Hillary tried to be president, we're bringing them out now. If you want to criticize somebody for doing something, then you got to bring it all out, not just what you want to bring out. Good morning. How are you? The left and rhinos absolutely want war. It's disgusting. They do, Julia. Absolutely. Also with Brexit, USA spies too. Wake up, Jerry said. I voted for Trump. He looked bad yesterday, out of his league. Nope, he didn't look bad. Can't watch TV today or tomorrow. Lynn said. Left loves their facts that back their ideas only. Exactly, Brandon. Rand Paul did good backing up Trump this morning. Selective outrage is real. Yeah, it's selective outrage. Meanwhile, Lisa Page says China hacked Hillary. I'm not, China probably hacked everybody. Wouldn't you think so? Love you, Botox. I mean, seriously. I mean, and are we supposed to call out China? We've been calling out China. We've been calling out Russia. Susan 2020, the common sense candidate. Thanks, Drew. We've been calling out. We've put more sanctions on Russia than anybody has. Come on. How much more do you want to call them out? I argued with a guy last night that claimed Trump committed treason. He kept asking how. We kept asking how. He had no answer. I told him we had proof Obama and Hillary committed crimes. He then deleted the conversation. Exactly. Everybody has hacked that wench. Yeah, who hasn't hacked her? Why didn't Obama do something about Russia? Why did 20% of uranium-1 go okayed under Obama? Yeah, why did Brennan not do anything about the hacking that he was aware of? I'm sorry, weren't you the director of the CIA? I'm betting China has dirt on everyone everywhere. Exactly, Carmen. Every country like a China, like Russia, has that. I'll never admit to hacking her. Have you seen her? Yuck. Drew said. Yeah, I mean, so all these people can do that. Trump played right into... No, he didn't play into anything. Nothing happened yesterday, Steve. Go get a Snickers bar and calm down. Nothing happened yesterday. They had a meeting. That's it. China holds most U.S. bonds in debt. That's right, Brandon. And who gave that to him? Who gave China the ability to do that? Oh, that was Barack Obama. Who gave Iran everything that they wanted? Oh, that was Barack Obama. Yep, Brendan is garbage. Yep. Exactly. Brennan calling somebody treasonous. I mean, seriously, that's got to be the joke of the day. Yo, I'm glad Trump called out the U.S. intel. They've been spying on U.S. citizens for years. F them, desk said. But you know what? They have been spying. They have been, I mean, things are getting uncovered, but he didn't call them out. Anthony Weiner could have been a better president than Barry Obama, Jr. said. Yeah, exactly. The thing of it is, he didn't call out the intel. He said, I have faith in my intel community, but Putin says this, okay? He gave both sides. That's all he did. He called them out saying they'd been, no, he didn't call them out. He didn't say they were foolish. He didn't say that. Left and liberals didn't want Trump to meet now. They wanted him to say what they want him to say. Yep, Daniel, that's true. Hey, Susie. Have we talked about the lady FBI attorney's testimony yet? She's been made an angel. Yeah, Drew, I know. That was Lisa Page. They say that Lisa Page is more credible than Peter Strzok. Well, I think this pin is more credible than Peter Strzok, so that doesn't impress me too much. But I think she probably has gone in there and has been very cooperative. A summit is a conversation, not a rule-setting table. Thank you, Carmen. The CYA. Yeah, she got to hear everything that Peter Strzok said, so she went in there. And it wouldn't surprise me if she said some things against Peter Strzok that they're not saying. No matter what Trump would have said, MSM still would have bashed him. Yes. Did Barry give a speech today? No, Brandon, he is giving a speech today in Kenya. I haven't watched it. Don't intend to. I don't know. At first I hated Snowden, and now I think he did the right thing. Intel community is... I just think that, you know, again, put yourself in the place of take Trump out of the equation. You're an average citizen. He had a great opportunity yesterday. Didn't work out. That was unfortunate. Nope, Steve, he had a great opportunity. He did well. Nothing happened yesterday. You've been drinking the Kool-Aid too much. His motherland, maybe he will run over there. Yes. Put yourself in the shoes of an average citizen. Let's say the intel community comes out against you and says you are an American spy. and there are indictments brought against you saying you are an American spy. Am I supposed to then go, okay, X, Y, and Z there, you are an American spy because the intel community says you're an American spy. They don't have to prove it because they're the intel community. There is, again, average citizen could care less or do not know about this stuff. Yep, I'm a staunch constitutionalist and support Trump. Things true. If the Democrats are so upset, then they should send crazy Maxine to talk to Putin. Oh, yeah, they should. And maybe she could just stay. The thing of it is, as an average citizen, you would not want somebody to condemn you without there being a trial. Am I right? It's absolutely approved. An indictment does not say you are guilty. They have to prove that. And don't forget, there is an open case going on right now in the part of quote-unquote Mueller's investigation. Putin would destroy Maxine. Yeah, who wouldn't, Kim? Or Crazy Horse, sorry. Obama needs to stay in Kenya. That's his home. The village idiot has returned home, Robin said. I'd love to give Maxine to Rocket Man, Carmen said. I choose to hold leaders accountable regardless of party loyalty. Some people don't. To each their own. We would hold Trump accountable had he done anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. I don't want my president going over to, I don't care where, in America or elsewhere, telling the rest of the country in an open investigation that somebody is guilty before there has even been a trial. That is wrong. That is wrong. Of course he did. Okay, bye, Steve. You just want to argue. So, I mean, I would not want that to happen. And again, if he had said that, then the left would be out saying, look, here's an American president. Not only did he collude, not only did he obstruct, not only, but now he's deciding what the case is going to be. If he came out in support of Intel, he'd be admitting to their findings of collusion not happening. Exactly, Julia. And again, President Trump was right. Where are all the other servers? Where's all the information so the Intel community can complete their search? They didn't complete it. You should never have been tougher yesterday. He should have been tougher yesterday, not just like, meh. Tougher for what? Desk, what did you want him to do? What did you want him to say? President Putin, you are a liar. Your country meddled in our elections. Don't ever do that again. Really? Nothing's been proven. Note to trolls, tread softly in here today. Susan's fingers ready to eject. Called out the hacking. Desk, there's an open investigation and there is also a trial going on. There have been indictments. You can't interfere with that. If he had said anything to that and called Putin out, then he would have said that those people are guilty. You don't say somebody is guilty unless they have a trial. You've got to give them the ability to defend themselves. And even Putin, as bad as Putin may be, he said, hey, you know what? Let us come over there and listen to your questioning, and you can come over here and listen to us question these people, and let's get justice. Now, do I believe that Putin is, a saint? No! And neither does President Trump believe that Putin is a saint. He's merely a man that President Trump is talking to. It's called diplomacy. Diplomacy. My God. Why is that so difficult? Have you heard there have been earthquake tremors in Israel? Not only tremors, Brandon, there have been approximately 40 earthquakes in the last couple of weeks. And it's pretty, I think they're like at a 4 point something for the most part. No one in the USA trusts Putin, not even Trump. Exactly, Carmen. Hey, Deborah, good morning. And so, hey, Ellen, good morning. Good to see you. What they're trying to say is, oh, yesterday, that whole thing, establishing dialogue to further peace. Thank you. Well, it just looks bad. No, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It only looks bad, Desk, to those people who have listened to the mainstream media, who want to believe that Trump is bad, who are never Trumpers, whatever the case may be. JD said 40 tremors in the past week, and the big one could happen soon. Yep, Brandon, that's true. And he was saying that and saying that in times the final stages may be coming for the part before the Christians are taken out. It's difficult because a lot of people now don't have a clue what diplomacy is. And that's right, Kim. The only diplomacy they know of is the guy bending over and bowing down to other countries. No, I mean crapping on Germany and England and nothing for Russia, what I mean. He didn't crap on Germany and England. He told the truth. They're not paying their fair share in NATO. That's the truth. That's it. And guess what? There is no pending trial that says that. It's factual. They're not paying their fair share. They haven't paid their fair share. He gave facts, and they don't like it. The left doesn't like it. And so you want to come over here with Putin, you have allegations and an investigation. Media spins it because that's what they want. And Desk, look, you're following along with it, and you're believing it. That's why they do it. Deborah says, I'm proud of my president. It gave, at 3 levels, their country would not be protected. Exactly, Brandon. I can't say anything to her. It makes her mad talking about the in-laws. Yep, I know, Robin. People who don't believe. Democrats should send a delegation of Pelosi, Maxine, Anthony Weiner to Russia. That would be great. Truth hurts, Deborah said. Yep. Hey, Veritas. I mean, you know, the mainstream media, if you guys could, we're at past the halfway point if you don't mind retweeting. Germany and England giving 1% of the GDP while USA gives 4%. That's right. Crazy horse. And we're supposed to think, oh, that's okay, and we shouldn't say anything to them. Are we supposed to protect the entire world with no pay? What the hell is wrong with people? Love said, I know. Well, they would want you to. The media lies and wants to divide people. Exactly, Kim. And again, those people on the left who sat there and said, you know, we want to basically hand over America, give open borders to everybody, come on in and give up American ideology and culture, are the same people who are now sitting there going, oh my gosh, America looks weak. We shouldn't have looked weak. Are you kidding me? UK gives 3%, Anne said. And so these people are suddenly worried about the United States looking weak when for 8 years, America, people wiped their feet on America, and it was okay. Russia is the reason they have NATO, Cully said. And again, nobody that I know of trusts Russia or China or North Korea. This is all hype made up by the left to try to once again distract and detract from what they're doing. 2 pipelines was a surprise. Number 2 pipeline, Jerry said. And so, and that's all this is. And, you know, having the rhinos come out like McCain, Graham, by the way, Lindsey Graham was concerned about the soccer ball. Now, see, Lindsey Graham basically said that soccer ball should never go to the White House, and it's probably bugged. People need to wake up to who owns and controls the media. Exactly, Crazy Horse. Thank you. So Lindsey Graham, who put all of his faith in the intel community, didn't have enough faith to put into them to think that they might look at the soccer ball, or if they thought it was a problem, they would do something about it. Brandon said, follow the money. Yes, Lindsey Graham is in with McCain, always has been, love. LOL, any gifts go to a vault till the end of presidency, Desk said. But again, if you've got all the faith in the world in the intel community, Lindsey, why are you having to say anything at all about the soccer ball? Graham is McCain's boyfriend, Jesse said. They want us to have open borders. Yep, they do. All right, great point, Jill said. Hey, Rhonda, good morning. I would throw punch McCain if he ever stood in front of me, Crazy Horse said. And again, what does McCain do? He gives a comment from his home because he is unable to travel and be in Washington, D.C. Talk louder to the soccer ball. Yep. Oh, that ball's been checked. Wayne, again, why do we even need to discuss it? If he so has faith in the intel community, then yeah, it's already been done and he should know that. Surprised they don't complain that Donald threw the ball. Exactly. They would have said, oh, look how he insulted his wife by throwing the soccer ball to her. Unfortunately for them, there was just so much more they had to talk about. They didn't get to that. The Democrats and left are brainwashing our people. Absolutely, Deborah. Maybe Lindsey Graham probably thinks the soccer ball is Sputnik. I'm sure. Robin said, the more the Dems and Rhinos attack Trump, the more I like him. I wish the MSM would go under. They've lost tons of viewers. Absolutely. Vietnam veteran here who had fellow veterans who witnessed McCain commit treason. Crazy Horse said, yeah, I'm not a fan of John McCain, and I'm not a fan of what some of the veterans have said that he has done. MSM is misleading the United States, Rhonda said. Absolutely. Yeah, I think John McCain, I don't know, with all of his money keeps getting voted back in. He needed to go a long time ago. Trump quote from yesterday, Noel said, I would rather take a political risk in pursuit of peace than to risk peace in pursuit of politics. Exactly. Well, I enjoyed Cheetos while Susan educated the trolls, Chesney said. It's funny. All the left can do is talk about peace. And so when the president does anything that may bring about peace, they're done with him. I'm just ready for all baby boomers to be out of office. Time for term limits. Yes, Des. But do you want people like Ocasio-Cortez, who basically yesterday said that Israel is occupying Palestine? Is that who we have to look forward to? At least on the Democrat side, that's who we have to look forward to. She sounded like a Valley girl that it was on the Miss America contest. She's an idiot, Carmen said. It was like, I don't really know what you were asking me. Let me think about that for a minute because I think I said the wrong thing. I don't know, just time to move on. This crap is from baby boomers. Sounds sad, but I don't know. Gotcha. She wouldn't back up what she said. Susan, you're pretty much talking to a desk, Chrissy said. Leftist peaceniks have turned into warmongers because of Trump disorder syndrome. I agree. Cortez is an idiot, Kim said. Thank you guys for retweeting this. Like I said, we're way past the halfway mark. Not everyone has maps, Wayne said. And what did she say? Let me see. After she said that, she said she wasn't part of the, a geopolitical analyst, but then they found out that she has an international relations degree from Boston University. So if you have an international relations degree, shouldn't you kind of know what's going on in Israel? No, derangement. Sorry. Syndrome. No, it's not, but it should be. Hey, Robin, Cortez is just a fluke, everyone. No, socialism has never, ever worked. I look at Greece. She looks like a deer caught in the headlights. She does. And what is Aleppo? And the thing of it is with her, they wanted to hang everything on her. And they wanted to say, ooh, here's our new voice. Here's the new face of the Democrat people. They should really, lock her away until November because she keeps hanging herself. She really does. Now, I don't know if it's really going to matter that much to the Democrats that she does that because they'll take anybody. God help us if the millennial Shetland into office, we all lose all of our freedom to communism. Media is hungry for drama, all for ratings. Yes, it is, Robert. And they don't care about the United States and what it does. And she's dumb as dirt, Chesney said. The more she talks, the more ignorant she looks. Yes, Julia. Get into the Dems are going to pull away from Cortez. Look at who Cortez would represent. Exactly, Brandon. Even the millennials, and I say this with respect for them because she's a millennial, but even the millennials know that she's dumb. Even the millennials know, whoa, we can't. This is the reason this woman has never held office. She's dumb as a rock. And again, she's probably not really dumb because, she passed her schooling at Boston University because she's not dumb. She's just ignorant, I guess. Again, if you're going to run for office like that, at least have a little experience. Don't insult a rock. I know, Chesney. I thought about that after I said it. But this is why you need experience. You can't just say, oh, I'm a millennial, I'm going to run for office. She's giving dumb people a bad name. Yep. She really is. And, if that's what the Democrats, if that's what they want to hang their future on, go for it. Dem Party is more and more socialist, Marxist. Look who they want to replace Feinstein too and Perez DNC. Yep. We talked about that yesterday, who they want to replace Feinstein with. That guy is a real socialist. Again, admittedly, has his family here illegally, part of his relatives, who have gone out and gotten fake social security numbers and fake IDs and fake papers. She meant what she said. DNC just didn't want Jewish community to walk away from her. Please pray for the Sister Cindy. And Sister says, thank you for all your prayers. Everybody, please pray for Carmen's sister Cindy, who is struggling with her breast cancer diagnosis. We pray for healing, Carmen, complete and total healing for your sister. Hey, Jules, good to see you. Jules, you probably want to listen to the replay. We talked a lot about what's going on with President Trump yesterday. You're getting a breather. I know, it's nice. And cancer behind her breast as well, Carmen said. Prayers, prayers, prayers. Prayers for her. Robin said she can relate, Carmen. Lots to talk about, that's for sure. Yep, Jules, a lot. You remember I saw an LA mayor on CNN, and he was speaking like he would run in 2020, bringing up Trump. Carmen said, thank you, everybody. You remember when I talked about Stockton, California, and how Stockton, California was going to try a universal income or universal basic income program to give 100 people $500 a month? Well, it didn't take long. Chicago is now saying they may be next. Hey, Susan, cool seeing you in other scopes. Thanks, Kev. 500 and a mule, Brandon said. Chicago is now going to run with it. They already ran out of money. Yeah, well, but you know, Jerry, there's always money on trees. Note to LA, the rest of America doesn't believe what you do. But unfortunately, Chesney, a lot of times America does follow what LA does. ABC News 10 had an embarrassing event at the California State Fair today. They had a young YouTuber interviewing carnival vendors. He went over to a ride worker and asked him about the ride. The worker couldn't respond because he didn't speak English. Oh. I used to live near there, Nikolai, when I went to law school. And so that state fair was a big attraction. And attracting a lot of different people. They can't even pay for their pensions. No. Well, Chicago, they may be testing a universal basic income pilot program that would pay 1,000 families $500 a month. So they didn't want to go for just 100. Let's try 1,000. If we're going to do this, let's do it right. So $500 a month. And they hope to quickly get the mayor on board. They haven't really even talked to him yet about it. I live 30 miles south of Cal Expo. Oh, cool, Nikolai. I went to McGeorge Law School, Nikolai, so I lived right at the Arden Fair Apartments. Is that, I think that's the name of them. So, there you go. Left motto, make families dependent on government. How about make families dependent again? I saw where someone said they legalized voting for illegals in California yesterday. No, Kim, they can't actually legalize voting. They can do it for state and like city type things, but they can't do it for federal. It'd be against federal law to do that. So I don't know what that was. I didn't see that. So President Trump also is mentioning now that there's going to be a tax cut 2.0 that he's working on, and maybe bringing that out sometime around October, which would give more tax cuts to the middle income families. So I'm sure, again, the left isn't going to like that. He's continuing to do good things for America. The left doesn't like that. So they're going to do everything to stop it. Again, if you're not convinced right now to get out and get everybody you know out to vote for a Republican in 2018, whether you like them or not, then I don't know what else is going to convince you. Saw news that said because of Trump's socialism, we'll just have to wait before it can be implemented. Shocked, Carmen said. Sounds good to me, Robin said. I mean, the Democrats at every turn want to stop this president, want to stop America, want to bring the downfall of America. Did you know that a judge yesterday temporarily stopped Those families that were reunited, you know, the ones that the court said had to be done. We got to get them reunited. Tax cuts will reduce income stream for all these special programs. Oh, the poor left running out of stupidity. Kev said, China and the deficit concern me. Does me too, Brandon. God, please send Jesus now, Chesney said. Anyway, those families that were reunited by the court has temporarily halted their deportation because the ACLU went in and asked for a temporary restraining order. So they brought the families back together, and guess what? They don't want them deported now. Did we not know that that was coming? That is obviously always has been and always will be the plan on the left. So now they have to go back to court. Who's paying for the court costs and fees? You are, Brandon. So am I. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Yep. See, what they really want, Kim, the next step is asking for their release. That's exactly what they want to do. Not surprised, Robin said. Nope, not surprised at all. They want them released. They want them released out in public. You know, just like when Obama released all those kids in public that nobody cared about. They went to sex traffickers. They were people who are also committing crimes, who weren't children. Even if you haven't seen the Judicial Watch YouTube film, you need to go watch it with Tom Fitton, who was talking about when those kids were released. They even had a person who was pretending to be one of the children under Obama, who was the daughter of a coyote, who was giving information to the coyote about who was being released, what was happening, etc., etc. Yes, get them here and then release them. That's exactly. Release them so they can go pick. No, you know what? They want to release them so that the 9 nonprofit organizations in the United States who are getting money and getting rich off of the refugees at the tune of about $2,000 plus a head will get even more money and get even richer. That's exactly what they want. And to bring chaos in the United States, to continue the downfall of the culture of the United States, etc., etc. It's all in that plan, you know, it's that New World Order. And we're watching it come to fruition right in front of our eyes. And those on the left don't want to see it. They don't even know what the New World Order is. They don't even know how they're helping it. Not legitimate asylum cases, cut off money, and all of it goes away. Rhonda said, God said to speak to all of creation. I've been telling my dogs about Jesus. Chesney said, exactly, Carmen said. Now the cartels will use these kids as a way to bring in more drugs. Absolutely. Nikolai, if they're not beheading them, they can use them to bring in more drugs. That's more than we get for cows, Wayne said. And it's so very sad to watch unfold, Carmen said. But we're watching exactly what the Bible said would happen. Again, go back and also read 2 Timothy 3. Keep that one handy. Keep looking at Ezekiel 38. I mean, all of this stuff is happening right before our very eyes. We're seeing everything go to fruition. Remember, to a lot of people, they believe that in the end times, America is not there and doesn't help Israel. As Christians, I know we are not supposed to be in fear, but it is scary. It is. I'm more concerned with drug companies and opioids than marijuana coming from Mexico. Brandon, it's not just marijuana coming from Mexico. I can tell you that. When I was in the police academy years ago, the big concern then were the drugs coming in from Mexico. It's not just marijuana. It's everything. Everything you could think of. High quality heroin, cocaine, you name it, they've been smuggling it. If it were just marijuana, you know, I could understand what you're saying. It's not. It's always been a problem. It always has been. It hasn't been stopped. This was back in the early 80s when they really started worrying about it and what the problems would be for San Diego. And really, not that much has been done about it. And in San Diego, when they tried to stop the gangs, you know, from hanging out together, they were fought against with that. Mexico, heroin, opioids, and child trafficking. Yes, child sex trafficking that nobody wants to talk about the possibilities of down at the Tucson, Arizona border. Why is nobody checking that out? Why is nobody trying to find out what really happened down there? You're going to tell me that the trees with the things for your, you know, the straps for your wrists to go into really aren't rape trees? It's one of those things where you're looking straight at it, and the left these days, because they are so deceived and under deception, They want to tell you that what you're looking at isn't really there. I believe the drug companies work with the cartels. I don't. Could be maybe somebody inside. Brandon. I mean, today in the world that we live in, nothing would surprise me. Absolutely nothing. We do live in a rather scary place that continues to grow scarier by the day. I mean, it really does. And if people can't see that, they better wake up soon. And again, it's a message for Christians to continually pray. So, also believe they have cures for things that are shelved. Oh, Brendan, I absolutely believe that. Just BS how I can't buy weed in Georgia but go to a different state to buy it. So stupid. Crazy Horse said, about to say the same thing. Nothing would surprise me. I know, Carmen. Kim said, absolutely. I don't think that the left is deceived by what is happening. I think many of them are in on it. Yes, Nikolai. I do believe there are a lot of innocent people, though, that the Democrats are sitting there wondering, what happened to their party? Why did it move so far left? Why is it continuing to go far left? I emailed a news reporter about that child sex situation and no response, Daniel said. Yep. You're not going to get a response, Daniel. It seems like that it's being covered up. Now, if it isn't in child sex trafficking, then why not come out, make an announcement that we've looked at it, and that's not what it is. Why no investigation? Why silence? Why? I mean, it's crazy. Let's see. The House Freedom Caucus, Mark Meadows and Jim Jordan, are asking, they sent a letter to the DOJ IG asking for an investigation as to if Rosenstein really did threaten the congressional leaders. Democrats and the fake media are running this country, Junior said. No response because there's no independent reporting anymore. They use the same scripts. Correct, Brandon. And nobody wants to get in trouble. The left has become so sickening they are biblically blinded. I would hate to be them on Judgment Day, Robin said. So I don't know if you remember where Rosenstein supposedly threatened Congress when they were asking for information. He said that he would subpoena their emails and their phone records and other documents. That's the claim. Christopher Wray came out, the FBI director, and said, no, that never happened. DOJ Sessions said, oh, I don't believe that Rosenstein would ever say that. But nobody's ever looked into it. And now these two guys from the House Freedom Caucus are saying, we want an investigation done to see whether or not Rosenstein actually did say that. Because they were there, and they claimed that's what he did say. So we'll see if the IG is going to take up that investigation. When I worked at news station, we used AP Wire and CNN. That's why all news sounds the same. Exactly. Exactly, Brandon. Also now, because of what happened yesterday, what really didn't happen, but what the left is claiming happened yesterday with President Trump, political commentators are calling for Pompeo, Mattis, Dan Coats, and Bolton to resign. And there also others are calling for the U.S. ambassador to Russia, John Kelly, and some other people. They want them to resign as well. They don't want them working for the president anymore. So they don't think that the president should be supported. And right after, almost as if the timing had already, oh gosh, I guess it was just a coincidence, but a Russian woman who tried to broker a secret deal between Trump and Putin was busted for spying and be replaced by who? Well, the Democrats, of course, Brandon, because they're the only ones that you can trust. 29-year-old with links to the NRA and a Russian official who tried to set up a secret meeting between Trump and Putin was charged Monday with acting as an agent of Russia, of the Russian Federation. So, again, why don't we come out and let's just condemn that woman? She just has charges, so obviously she's guilty, right? And why don't we have the president go in front of the cameras and say how this woman is guilty because she's been charged with the crime? Anytime the Democrats threaten anything, my voice plays the movie Taken. Good luck. Kimmy said. So again, we're supposed to just, somebody's charged, let's go ahead, we've already convicted them, they're guilty, move on. And that's the game we're playing. And that's the game that the Democrats want played. And it will be okay if it happens to any of Putin's people, anybody else's people, but as long as it doesn't happen to them. I hope to see the midterms as a complete blowout. I want to see a red wave, Kev. Yep. They can take a knee in their safe space closets, Brandon said. The woman tried to do what? Set up a secret meeting between Trump and Putin. Didn't go anywhere. Didn't do anything. But that's enough to have her charged with being a spy, a agent of Russian Federation, a spy, whatever. Guilty before found innocent. Yeah, Robin. Well, we're never going to find anybody innocent. We got to make sure that they're guilty, Robin. That's just the way it goes. And that's exactly what the left is pushing. And they're pushing for things like Lois Lerner did with the conservatives. They were all for that. Enjoyed the Maddow meltdown. Ugh, how could you watch it, Cully? But left can make death threats about Trump and no charges. Exactly. Or threats that they feel like blowing up the White House. Remember that one from Madonna? Judge Janine has a new book out today called Liars, Leakers, and Liberals. I saw her talk about it this morning, or a music video, yeah. So if anybody reads that, I may read the book, I don't know, we'll see. But Judge Janine, Liars, Leakers, and Liberals. Now, Newt Gingrich got into it last night, too. He thought the president needed to clarify. Cully is amazing. He watches everything for us all. Yeah, he does, Carmen. He takes one for the team. So, again, I think Newt was wrong. I think the president did clarify. I think there was really nothing to clarify. And I was surprised that Newt did that. I'm not buying any book with the name liberals. Junior said, well, it is all about liberals. Threatening the president is not freedom of speech. That's right, Kev. Trump doesn't need to clarify anything, Robin said. Totally agree. Newt is a smart guy, just misguided. Yep. Yeah, I think he was wrong in that case. I think, also maybe Newt just wanted him to come out like he did in other instances and clarify. Because he knows how the Democrats are. They'll just keep writing it and writing it and writing it until he comes out and says something. And so far, he really hasn't said anything. There's no press conferences scheduled today for him or for Sarah Sanders. Awesome scope today, Susan. Everyone have a safe day. Take care. Thank you, Lee. And also don't forget that God's views on political news on today at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Facebook page, God's views on political news. We're going to be talking about this because that's the topic of concern these days. On that, in that show, you can state comments and you can also ask as many questions as you like. Please remember Carmen's sister. Kim said, have a great day, everyone. We have about another minute or so. Fox News acted like Trump was a disappointing son for Putin stance. I know. And I heard that, what's his name, Shepard Smith went off, which he always does. It's almost 9, got to get to work. Have a great day off tomorrow, Susan. Thank you, Junior. Surprised at Newt and others, they just add fuel to the leftists. Exactly, Julia. Hey, Monique, good to see you. Yep, they really do. It was disappointing. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you, Junior. God bless you. And Junior said, God bless everybody in the scopes. And everybody on replay, of course. I can't stand Shepard. I can't either, Kat. He should have gone over to CNN years ago. Years ago. I will continue praying for Carmen's sister, Robin said. Well, just expect more fallout. Just expect the left to do more stuff. Just expect what happened yesterday to come up in ads for the 2018 election, judging before anything happens. Yes, Lynn. Please share that show if you can. Yeah, Kev, it will be on my website after the show. So go to susanknowles.com. Scroll down until you see God's views on political news. And I will put the video replay and also the audio podcast there as well. It'll be up about an hour or so later. Hi, Susan. I'm just tuning in and we'll be listening to the entire show afterwards. Okay, Monique, sounds good. You're welcome, Kev. I know a lot of people don't go to Facebook right now. We have to do that. Looking forward to God's Views at 1. Thank you, Monique. God bless. I'll try not to be late with you and Bill. Thanks, Robin. Shepard Smith is the Village People favorite newsman. That right, Collie? Yep. Carmen said, great show. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, everybody. And I will see you hopefully in about an hour if you come there. If not, I will see you on Thursday. God bless. Take care. Thank you, everybody on Facebook. Thank you, everybody on YouTube. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. God bless.